Good evening. This is the Wednesday guided meditation in Cittaviveka Buddhist Monastery. We have the half moon today, and so it's a meeting of the whole community. And of course there's the camera, so there's some live streaming going on. So welcome. Ajahn Karuniko has kindly asked me to give a guided meditation, and I was pondering a bit. I always wanted to do a guided standing meditation, and I thought, I don't know whether that is technically possible with the live streaming, but I was talking with some people and they said it's possible, and in the end I got a very strong encouragement from Ajahn Chandasiri. I had a telephone call with her. She's in her hermitage in Miltium, Scotland, and she said, "This is a really good, sister, guided standing meditation." So, and she read me a whole list of benefits of the guided standing meditation. I won't repeat all of them. But I can just share. I haven't been quite well for the last month. First the knees, first that one knee, then that knee, and then the hip. And so I had difficulties with sitting. And so I was kind of experimenting with standing. And I found that so enjoyable that I thought it would be maybe helpful for others as well to share a little bit of, the benefits and the possibility of standing meditation. And as you know, the Buddha has recommended to meditate in 4 postures. The one is sitting, then standing, walking, and lying down is the 4th. So usually we have sitting meditations, guided sitting meditations. So I try now a guided standing meditation, and I would really like to encourage you to try it out, to experience how enjoyable a standing meditation can be, how strongly it can help us to ground ourselves and keep really constant mindfulness, and just watch how the breath is unfolding when we don't force it, and how the whole body is responding to the breath. So I ask now for some assistance, because I need the microphone a bit higher. I will stand up myself, and we have thought about how to do that. And those of you who are a little bit older maybe and don't have a good sense of balance, I would encourage you still to do it, but to keep, at least for the beginning, the eyes open. And because that helps us to keep the balance, to see the ground and not sway around with the inner energies. So what happens when we do a standing meditation? We keep the feet around hip width apart. It's very nice. Suddenly the Dhamma hall becomes a forest with people standing. So keeping the feet hip width apart, kind of parallel, and then bring the attention to the ankles and the knees. So try to be soft in the ankles and try to be soft in the knees, so you don't have the knees stretched through, but sink a little bit down without making it stressful. Just have them soft. And if you have a tendency with the knees to fall inwards, consciously steer a little bit against it. So it's not that you have to have the knees outwards, but it may feel like this, and actually then the legs are pretty straight. That means also that the weight is on the outside of the soles of your feet and on the balls and on the heel. So the outside of the feet is really important for keeping balance. And then the rest follows. The body will find a way to rise up. You don't have especially to push yourself straight. So if you have a concept, standing meditation is stand like a tree, don't hold on that the body is a pillar and doesn't move. Actually, when you breathe, the body responds very finely to the breath. And allow that to happen. Because for me, the secret of meditation is really to stay curious to what happens, to what is, and not to try to follow what I think should happen. Because then we become rigid somehow, and then meditation becomes forceful. And so it's much more enjoyable really to feel into what really happens. So if you feel the ground under your feet, and those who sit can also just feel the ground or the mat under their sitting bones and under their legs, their folded legs or standing legs. So what I say is applicable also for people who are sitting. But you need to translate it a little bit. So you're standing, you feel your ankles soft, kind of knees soft, and then imagine that you are kind of sitting down in your standing. So that means you rest, the body can rest really in the standing. And you will notice the movements of the breath. So the belly moves a little bit outward with the in-breath. And then the body fills, the chest fills up. And in theory, even the shoulders, the shoulder area, the upper parts of the lungs and even the neck is kind of filling up with breath. But we have to be careful that we don't pick it up as a theory. So I would suggest that you inhibit every attempt to control your breath. The idea in-breath and out-breath, you can be a perfect machine and breathe in and out and whatever, but that doesn't really help to realize what the breathing does for us, how the breathing is embodied, and that we actually can trust the body to breathe without that we have to give commands, in-breath. So just give up, try to give up the commands and just don't do anything. And just be curious how the body is picking up an in-breath and how the body is responding when the in-breath is full. What happens then? And don't try to breathe out. Leave it to the body to find out when is the right time to breathe out. And how long to breathe out. And then be curious what happens at the end of the out-breath. Does it switch to in-breath, or what is actually happening there? And when you focus your attention on the breath, do that softly too, and not sharp and critical. Really tune in with the breathing process. It's rather tender attention. Curious, tender. So we speak about that when we breathe in, the body expands. The chest rises. So that are all words. But what is the actual sense, bodily sense of that when it happens? Is it happening in one flow, or does it happen in stages? Or sometimes in a flow and sometimes in stages? And include your arms as well. So the arms hang from the shoulders down. And when you focus on the breath and the expansion, extension, expanding, you may feel that the arms go with that in a very subtle way. So they may actually lift a little bit. I don't know why. I like to see it as they make space. It is as if something is lifting the body with the in-breath and makes it lighter. More transparent, maybe. And there may be a slight sinking with the out-breath then. Imagine your fingers are relaxed and sensitive. Are the hip joints still soft, and the knees still soft, and the shoulders? We may have the physical concept that we breathe in through our nose and the air flows down into the belly, and that's probably what is happening on a physical plane. But when you sense into the body like this, you may just more experience the expansion as softening, an opening. Maybe nearly as if you can breathe in through the pores of your skin. And the same when you breathe out. It's as if something can flow down your skin. So with this you experience the body not just as earth element. Maybe that's still primarily the sense in the feet where you feel the firm ground. But when you come to this lifting with the in-breath and expanding from inside outwards, it's more really, you can feel the space of the body and even get a sense of the space around your skin, your clothes. Just let the body do it. And we say we are the witness, but awareness is not me. And awareness can be spacious, filling the body and going slightly beyond. You can also direct your attention to your face with a sense of breathing in through the skin of your face, through the forehead, through the whole surface of your face. of your shoulders, of your arms. And the hands are soft. Everything is becoming a bit transparent and light. And if there's pain somewhere in the body, notice that and see whether you can kind of breathe around that or through that, but not forceful, just really in a caring way, in a soft way. And if you experience with the out-breath, as soft as it may be, sometimes there's a accumulation of energy somewhere around the heart or the belly. Just allow that to happen and respond with benevolence, with I don't know the word. This is not a power trip, it's really more softening and opening. And it can be extremely pleasant. Maybe warm. What happens in the heart area? Can you feel just the front of it, or can you also feel the back? Allow the backside to be included in the breathing and in the opening. The back and the neck and the back of your head. And even the back of your legs. And maybe it's a good time to slowly change the posture, and if you like, you can come down to the sitting meditation, but before you do that, I would like to say something. I guess you do the standing meditation now with closed eyes, and so don't just command your body to sit down. So now let the body really find a way. How does the body do that? To find your seat? Maybe you can go back, I don't know, when you are standing on your mat, you may just allow yourself to sink down and then slowly get in touch with the mat. Or if you stand next to your mat, just look at your feet and what do they need to do to get there? Just let them find their way. And keep the whole body awareness while you are doing it. And keep breathing. Keep being curious how the body finds the sitting position. And then what do you do with your arms now? The arms were kind of very free when you were standing. So now how do you find a place for the arms to keep the lightness, but kind of rest somewhere on your thighs or in your lap? Let the arms do it. And allow them to still be connected with that lightness, and also the chest with the transparency, the neck, the back. Don't lean against the backrest. Nothing much has changed from the lightness and the spaciousness of the body. Only that the pressure is now more, on your sitting bones or on your thighs, whatever parts of your body are in touch with the ground and transfer the weight into the ground. But it still can happen with not be done. My language goes into doing. No, let it happen with the same lightness and sense of openness. So the out-breath connects now more with the sitting bones and the parts which touch the ground, allows the weight to flow down, and then also be carried up with the in-breath, lifted up with the energy which flows upwards. It's not muscular, it's just allowing the energy to do what it does. And we can enjoy that. So when a meditation leads to experiencing joy and lightness, and these states we usually long for, it's a good reflection to say, yes, this is what I'm experiencing now. It's pleasant. It's uplifting. I feel alive. We can speak about that in me, I, as if I have attained something. But question that. That's when you think, at the instruction in the beginning, it was trying not to control, trying to allow the body's intelligence to unfold itself in the process of breathing, in the process of being given space. So then the awareness opens to what really happens. And there's no me in that. It's just the nature of the body, the nature of breathing. And the me is not in the way. So when it comes now to the end of the meditation, you may notice that the me comes in and again. Oh no, I don't want to. Or maybe it wasn't your meditation and you rather long for, that it ends. And again, just be aware of it. Don't make it into me and mine. Just, it's the present moment and the awareness of what is happening in the present moment. That gives the lightness. As soon as we try to hold on, we create suffering and tension, expectations. Then the me is back. So I would like to close the meditation now and find out how you do that in the same manner. Nothing changes. The awareness is there. The present moment is there. And you may just lightly, slowly open your eyes, see your hands on the lap, see the floor, see your knees. Still breathing. The feet, where are the feet? Are they there? Yeah, what we call feet. Certain sensations of touching the ground. Some kind of who's behind my eyes? Is there a who? Or is it just the eyes are seeing something? And the ears may hear something. Thank you.